Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Collision or Hit. Hi, Tony Schiavone with Jim Ross and with Booker T. And today on Collision or Hit, we got Father Yule, Santa Claus, here today on Collision or Hit. And we'll see what's going on here. It was always good to see Santa Claus or Father Yule, Tony Schiavone says. Yes, it is, Jim Ross says. You know it's going to become Yule time when you see Father Yule around, even though it's the 11th month and Thanksgiving is the holy day, which at least folks in the 4-1 Reichs are getting ready for. I can tell you one thing, Booker T said, I played Santa Claus. I played him like once, This would have been, I guess, in 2011 Wildo, where I did a spin-a-rooney because Mick Foley thought that it would be like the Jewish folks spinning their tops for the Gathering of Lights. But anyway, yeah, I just never really liked the man. Well, if that's a mean thing to say, Booker T says, you never liked Santa Claus or Father Yule or whatever you want to call him. I mean, that is kind of a mean thing to say about him. Alright, everyone. It is me, Santa Claus, Father Yule. I know I go by other names. And I know that it's not Yule yet, and it won't be Yule time until at least the 12th month. But until then, we're dealing with Thanksgiving Day. Now, I come to let everybody know that a lot of folks out there wonder if I've been checking, if I've been good, that I've been looking at my good or bad list. And I must say, there are some wrestlers who are on a good list, and there are some wrestlers that, would be on the bad list. But I can't say, who those wrestlers would be. But anyway, I also want to let folks know that yes, Yule is coming up soon. And that's where we onlook the birth of Jesus, Son of God. And over the years, a lot of folks have escaped me, and said that I took Yule away from Jesus, or I did this, or I did that. Well, a lot of folks out there, can say whatever they want to say. But at the end of the day, I never did take, you away. Shit. I never did take, you away from Jesus. You will always be Jesus' birthday. So that's so that's what I'm going to tell you, folks. And some folks are also going to ask and say, well, didn't you also win the 24/7 winnings once? Yeah, I did. I did win. I did win the TWF 24/7 once. Hell, I even won the WWE 24/7 winnings once. And a lot of folks, well, don't know that. A lot of folks don't know that, but I did. And a lot of folks don't know that I did do that. You know. Well, here comes Seamus O'Shaughnessy now, Tony Schiavone says. All right, Santa Claus. The way I looked at it is, yeah, you did do that. And I just want to say, do I have an early Yule gift? Well, let's see, Seamus O'Shaughnessy. I gotta see about that. You know, it's still too early yet. I didn't really get around to making the gifts yet. But you can have this kiss staff. Well, yeah, well, thank you for the M&M staff. I mean, it's going to be hard for me to, like, you know, take the top off. But I could crack someone in the mouth with it or head with it. Well, why would you want to do something like that? Well, because I'm going for the TWF, you know, 24/7 winnings. And I know Grayson Waller, you know, would like that to happen. Oh, so you're fighting Grayson Waller. I get it. Oh, don't start, Seamus O'Shaughnessy. Don't think that Percy's M&M staff is going to help you win the TWF hard middle winnings, because no, it's not. And you think you're so cool because you're hanging out with Father Yule, which be earnest about that. Down where I come from, in Southern land, we go for our spring and summer when the other half of the earth's going for their fall and winter. So yeah, we don't get to see them all in your clothes though. Yeah, I'm quite aware down there in the southern land in New Zealand how it's like. I'm quite aware that I give gifts there too, like most of the other lands. Well, I'm taking this then. No, if you take that, that is called stealing, and that's a fast track to the bad list. No, you mean a fast track to the sinful and lawful list, Grayson Waller says. Yeah, how about a fast track to getting your head cracked in list? All right, it's on. I'm winning that TWF hard middle winnings from you. All right. So then let it be known that Father Yule does not like fighting, but sometimes you do have to fight. All right, Seamus O'Shaughnessy, I'll leave it to you. Grayson Waller, you can still be on a good list if you only learn how to behave, young man. Well, now we know the TWF 24, we know the TWF hard middle winnings. We know the TWF hard middle winnings is going to be on stake today, I guess. And I guess that means that Hersey M&M staff is going to be, you know, the weapon, I guess, Tony Schiavone says. This match is for the TWF hard middle winnings. First, he is Seamus O'Shaughnessy, and he is the TWF 24/7, the TWF hard middle fighter, Grayson Waller. Ding. Well, keep in mind, Tony Schiavone said all the Fight Lord can do is just reckon at 1, 2, 3. There isn't any other oversight in this match, Tony Schiavone said. I've not really been a big follower of hard middle matches, or death matches, Jim Ross said, as they call them. You know, unless there was a grounds for why it was going on. Grayson Waller seems to be in a bind now. And Seamus O'Shaughnessy, we haven't seen him in some time, Tony Schiavone says, is going to get the Hersey's M&M staff and just head and knock down Grayson Waller with it. That's unfair. That's not, why is he working as a weapon for? Booker T says, someone should take that off of him. Well, there is no oversights in that match, Tony Schiavone says, Booker T. So he can work the Hershey's M&M staff as a weapon if he wants to. And now, Sheamus O'Shaughnessy coming back for the other kick. Oh, he missed. Oh, Tony Schiavone said he's not going to hit him with the Hershey's M&M staff now. How about he takes the top off? If he takes the top off, where's all them going to go to then? Tony Schiavone said. Don't know where to keep them in there. Oh! Jim Ross says, yeah. Sheamus O'Shaughnessy's in a bye now. And Grayson Waller wants to show everybody he's the greatest TWF 24/7. TWF hard middle fighter. Wait a minute. Grayson Waller's going to throw Sheamus O'Shaughnessy right into that staff. And down he goes. Well, there's our man. There's our beloved TWF hard middle fighter, Grayson Waller. Booker T said, give it up for him. I don't think anyone's going to give it up for him. All the folks watching here are going to give it up for him, Tony Schiavone says. Varia is falling down right now. And Grayson Waller comes back in, and oh, Sheamus O'Shaughnessy just did a brogue kick to Grayson Waller. Hit him with the Hershey's M&M staff. It's over. Tony Schiavone said, all I gotta do now is reckon a 1, 2, 3, Jim Ross says. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner and the new TWF 24/7 fighter, Sheamus O'Shaughnessy. Well, Sheamus O'Shaughnessy is the new TWF hard middle fighter, Tony Schiavone says here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering. And Grayson Waller, well, I don't know how he's going to handle it, but something tells me he's not going to handle losing that strap that well. Tony Schiavone said, no, I don't think he's going to handle losing at all, Jim Ross says. Knowing folks like Grayson Waller, I don't think he's going to handle losing well at all. And if Sheamus O'Shaughnessy wasn't working that Hershey's M&M staff on him, he would have had to win by now. You know, he would have still been the TWF hard middle fighter. Well, now we're going to take it away now to Gorilla Monsoon. Thank you, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. I'm going to be talking with Sheamus O'Shaughnessy here today on Collision or Hit. All right, Sheamus O'Shaughnessy, you're the new TWF 24/7 fighter. How does that make you feel? Well, first off, Gorilla Monsoon, it makes me feel great. I knew that I could be the TWF hard middle fighter. I knew that I could beat, that smighead, Grayson Waller. And I did it. And some folks out there are most likely, going to scathe me and say, Sheamus, you could have done greater in yourself. You could have gone for the TWF heavyweight winnings. Or the TWF Allegheny Share winnings. Or TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings. Or whatever. Well, that would be their belief. But a strap is a strap, right? And I think I done very well for myself. And Grayson Waller, well, he can't go around saying he's the greatest hard middle fighter to ever come out of the folk wealth of the southern land. No. Because now the greatest TWF hard middle fighter has come out of the Folkreich of Ireland. Well, that is true. A lot of the Irishlanders are known for are are known for being strong fighters. I mean, Ireland did win its freedom from the 4-1 kingdom, you know, with that never die, never give up mindset. Well, yes, that is true. And if anyone wants to come after me for the TWF 24/7 winnings, by any means let them. But it'll be their mistake, Gorilla Monsoon. Alright, that's my talk with Seamus O'Shaughnessy. Back to you, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking with Seamus O'Shaughnessy here today on Collision or Hit. And that's all the time we've got here for Collision or Hit. I, Tony Schiavone, with Jim Ross and Booker T. We hope you like Collision or Hit, and we'll see you tomorrow for Power or Might.